Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of FarmVille2 Country Escape livestream with Scott and Jennilee. Joining me, I hope, and I'm not 100% sure because of her job last week, is Jennilee. Jennilee, are you here?
I'm here, Scott.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here because when you told me what your job was after our last live stream, and I was sure you weren't going to have enough time to talk to us this week, because from what you told me, and I'm kind of confused to why you're here, but you told me that you were a Farmville addict counselor, and being a counselor for addicts, I was sure that the millions of Farmville players out there would keep your time busy. So thank you for joining us. You can tell me why you're here, because I think you weren't supposed to be, but what's the situation?
So what had happened was I started a counseling job because I thought, we hang out with people that really love Farmville, so I thought it'd be a lot of fun. But after my second counseling session, I ended up having to resign from the job and join the addict group myself.
Oh, so they recognized you as an actual addict and you couldn't counsel because you needed counseling.
Absolutely. I couldn't hide it. It came out even more during the counseling session.
So that's why you're here. That explains it. Well, that's too bad. I'm sure you would have been an awesome counselor to counsel all of our people, addicts.
I tried.
All right, so we are going to play the newsreel, and I'll see you up in the sky in just a second.
Sounds good.
And joining me high above the sky tonight is Jennilee to do our traffic report. Jennilee, are you here?
I'm here, Scott.
Okay, so let's hear about all the crashing that's happened last week, all the traffic.
You say all the traffic, but really it's been quite a pretty quiet week.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it's exciting that the event started yesterday, right?
Right.
The only report I have is there's a new member, Heather, to our group.
Right.
She's having issues with her Marie board not showing. Hold on. Not showing counting.
Yeah, so like Treasure had last week where she was doing orders, but it wasn't showing that she was doing them.
Yes.
And so I think she was getting the report. So yeah, that's Heather's having the same exact problem. Yeah, that's crazy. We'll have to check that out tonight and see if Heather's orders are counting on the Marie board. But we'll get to that when you get back to the farm. So nothing else?
That's the only thing I have. Quiet week. It's been a quiet week.
All right, well, we'll see you shortly back on the farm.
Okay, sounds good.
And she should be back. I forgot to send Eddie up, but it's a good thing because you were tired from your job and you might have crashed.
I'm back.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone. So we have a few things to talk about tonight, and I'm going to play my major news icon because we have people in the chat room already, and you can announce them in just a second, Jennilee. But before you do, I have to play this major news, and I truly think that the major news was that part of it had to do with your sign that you put up in front of the Zynga headquarters last week.
Because, oh, you think so? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you posted up a sign that says "Let us clone" with your picture there. You were out in front of Zynga. I'm not sure what city you said it was in, but you put up your sign, and lo and behold, I got a Facebook message today, and I was kind of freaking out at first. So this is what happened. So you remember, guys, on the live stream a few weeks ago, we posted a YouTube video of the Zynga VIPs, and there was these 4 people talking, and Amanda is on the left, and then there's Lad in the middle, or I guess the middle left, and then the middle one, or the other guy on the right is Gabe, and the middle one is Alicia, I think. Anyways, so I get a message today from Lad, and he says, let me bring that up on the screen. He says, this was his message. Oops, pardon me. He said, "Hey there, Scott. I sent you a friend request. I saw that you do a podcast for Country Escape, and I work for the studio. I'd love to be able to connect and chat about your love for the game," and he's fascinated. And I was like, OMG, 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 OMG. And he wants to phone me tomorrow and talk all about the live stream. And I don't know what else we're going to talk about. And that's why we're going to use you guys as in the chat room, hopefully, to come up with some ideas for chat. I know that he's probably familiar with all of the current issues we're having with cloning and all the rest of the stuff. So I don't really want to get into all that stuff with him because I'm curious to know exactly what we're going to talk about. But it's the first time that I've ever had contact from an official person, and I was skeptical at first. That it wasn't from Zynga, and so he sent me a selfie on the bus, and I was like, we've been chatting all night, and it's been amazing.
He did send you a selfie?
He did send me a selfie on the bus. You want to see it?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
All right. I'll log into Facebook on this site. But anyways, while I'm doing that, can you tell us who's in the chat room?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. His on the top of where you just had his chat up, it said he's from Chicago, right?
Right. That's right. Yeah.
I think that's where I said that I was protesting from.
Say that again because my headphone cord moved and I didn't hear what you said.
Don't move your head cord.
I'm trying not to.
The cord. I think that's where I said I was at last week.
Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the Chicago office doesn't look like that. I actually Google mapped it today. Because as my skepticism of my contact, I'm like, okay, I got to check this out. So I Google Zynga Chicago, and sure enough, there is a branch in Chicago.
That is so funny.
It is funny. It's wicked. I can't believe it. And so I think from what he said on the message, and I'm not 100% sure because I have to read it again, was that he is like the kind of the VIP manager, and Farmville is his lead game. So I think he's like the manager of the department, which is like sweet. I thought it was Amanda actually, but so I said to him on the chat, I was like, I've been sending emails and I've been sending messages on YouTube and I've been sending messages on Facebook. And he's like, you can stop sending them now. I'm like, yay!
You got your own personal person to talk to.
I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm not sure at this point because I'm not sure tomorrow what time we're gonna get it together and call. But and I don't know. All I know is he's fascinated by it according to the email, and I'm fascinated to talk to him. And what I'd love to do is get some insight into his job and everybody's jobs that works on Farmville, so we can kind of share that with the community. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes, that's awesome.
Because I think there's a lot of interest in like just the general stuff, like how many emails they get each week and how many people work for support and how they come up with their ideas and do they actually read the chat on the Facebook posts and do they actually read the suggestions and and the auto responses we get from that we get from them. That's all the kinds of questions we want to ask. We want to know all the inside stuff, right?
Right.
So if we can find this out, this will be truly amazing.
This is awesome. I'm very anxious to see what happens.
That's going to be so cool. Maybe he's here tonight. I don't know. Who's in the chat room?
Okay, so we've got quite a few people. Right now we're up to 13 watchers.
Right on.
We have Chantel is with us.
Hello, Chantel.
And we have Frank, of course.
Frank, of course. You got a new name, Frank, of course. Just Dan, I'm sure, is here too.
And yes, Just Dan is here. Marilyn is here as well.
So are you going to remember that Frank is Frank, of course?
Frank, of course. Yes.
All right, Marilyn.
I can remember
Marilyn.
that one.
Nice to see you, Marilyn.
Lorraine is with us.
Hi, Lorraine.
Mona.
Mona, thank you for coming.
And Angela and Cindy.
Angela and Cindy. So it sounds like we have a lot of regulars tonight. Thanks for joining us, guys. And
and someone named Pretty Fits said hello.
Pretty Fits. So I did post some advertisements or some posts on a few other sites today advertising the stream, so maybe we'll get some new people out of that. So if you're new, welcome.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Cool. So we have a few major things to talk about today too. So chatters in the chat room, if you have any I know that you're going to put suggestions on what I talk to them tomorrow about. Again, I kind of don't want to really get onto the whole why isn't cloning working and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure exactly where what's gonna transpire, but if you want to put suggestions on what we think we should talk about or ask tomorrow, that would be great, right?
Right.
Okay, good. I was making sure my headphones weren't moved because you were silent, and I was like, uh-oh. All right.
Frank is asking if we've heard about the bingo event.
Yes, so I have some slides to bring up for that. But let's talk about the event that's going right now, and I think it's a leaderboard event. Have you started it, Jennilee?
Yes, I started it last night, I think.
And is it a leaderboard?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to start it live because I didn't want to start it earlier than live because I just love starting stuff live. So we're going to click tap start event. And it looks like we probably have to craft items and then sell them like we usually do, right?
Yes.
All right. So while I'm doing this, I'll click where it tells me to. Oh, yeah, this is just the classic standard leaderboard. I'm in rank 12, so let's see where it placed me. So it looks like I'm in a fairly new leaderboard. Oh, we have Vicky in brackets. I wonder if Vicky in brackets knows that brackets don't work anymore. But I'm wondering maybe brackets do work for Vicky. Interesting. Anyway, she's at number 1 with 4,100. So it looks like it's just a fairly new group. So again, I'm not 100% sure on how we get put on with leaderboards. I guess that's one thing that would be a good question for Zynga, is how they determine leaderboards, right? There's all these little things that we just love to know. So hopefully we can find out from Lad tomorrow or whenever.
You need to make a list.
I need to make a list. I know I got to make a list, but I don't know if it's going to be like a quick call or a long call or I said to him, have you listened live? And he said, no, I'm usually busy Thursday nights, but he listens Friday morning on his way to work.
Oh, nice.
So that is cool. So if it's Friday morning right now, make sure you get there safe, Lad, because I'm going to be calling you, or you can call me. He gave me his office number so I can phone him. But get there safe, because if like something happens to him and we like, anyways, that'd be horrible. So nothing's going to happen, Lad, if you're listening.
I love that he called it a podcast too, because wasn't I just asking you that last week?
That was totally what you were asking me, and I think you asked me that offline, right?
Yes, I did.
Because you weren't sure what that meant. And yeah, we are a podcast because most of the time, as per right now, for example, the screen is kind of frozen. Nothing's happening. So let's move the screen on. I'll go there. Anyways, we got the little book happening. But yeah, we're a podcast. We're kind of a live stream, gaming live stream, but we're mostly a podcast because you listen to us and you don't have to look at us to see what's going on or to know what's going on, right?
Right.
All right. So what's going on with this? So we have to make a lot of stuff. Have you been playing lately, Jennilee? I've been not playing lately because I've been doing a lot of other stuff, but have you been on and has the co-op been making stuff?
I think they've been doing some cloning because I saw some stuff in the co-op spots, but I have yet to start cloning event items. I did start making a bunch this morning, though, so I'm in the top 10. I'm not in the top 5 yet, but I'm in the top 10.
Well, we got to fix that soon enough.
Yes.
That's true. And is it a what's the name of the farmhand that we're going to win? Does it say?
I think it's a cat.
Oh, a kitty cat. And I don't think they give away many cats, right?
No, I bet you Anne wants that cat. Wasn't she the one talking about cats?
I think she did say she wanted a cat. Yes, it says this is French. Chartrex? Or no, Chartreux? How do you say the name, Jennilee? You'll get it in a second. Chartreux. Chartreuse?
I believe you. Chartreux, it looks like.
Chartreux? I will call it Chartrex, like Truex. And we have a cycle pannier bonus. What the heck is that? This must be like words from the French Tour de France thing, right?
I believe you.
You believe me? Okay. Earn points to get your cycle. So it looks like it's a very similar event to every leaderboard event, which I love. I don't know, you guys, a lot of you guys hate them. Chat room, if you love them, if you hate them, go ahead and post why or what you think about them. That would be cool. I'm going to claim my daily prize. I save all my stuff for you guys on the live stream so that you can be surprised with me. Ooh, 90,000 gold and a speed seed. Been collecting speed seeds.
I think we have a new watcher too. It says Heather Hooker. I think she's new because I don't recall seeing that name before.
I don't recall that either. I think though Heather did respond in one of the events to say she was coming. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, wait. That could be our Heather from our co-op.
Oh.
Maybe.
Hi, Heather. Heather wants to know when is the boat race starting?
Oh, well, we don't know. And Lad, who I'm going to talk to tomorrow, may have some more insight on it. He did say on his one post that they are rolling it out to everyone, but they didn't give a specific date. So I think they're rolling it out slowly. I don't know, again, why that would be. Why wouldn't they just turn it on for everybody? But they could be testing it. But you'd think that if they tested it, they wouldn't actually show it on your screen. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But I guess that's
I agree.
We won't know. Hopefully tomorrow we'll know. Or maybe not know about boat races, but we'll know more insight, more things.
Frank wants to know, aren't you glad you met Lad?
I am glad I met Lad. Is that supposed to rhyme? Is he trying to be funny?
Yes.
Heather sent me a helping hand. Thank you, Heather. Yes, I am so glad that I met Lad.
Vicky is asking who is Lad. I just joined.
Okay, so Vicky, Lad is a Zynga VIP. I'll bring Lad up on the screen here. And how many watchers are we at?
16.
Okay, so we've gained a few. So for the people who don't know what's going on, this is Lad in behind my chat. So let me turn that off. Lad is the middle one on the left-hand side between the two ladies. And Lad is a Zynga Farmville VIP account rep or manager. I'm not too sure. But Lad emailed me today and says he wants to talk about the live stream tomorrow, and he thinks it's fantastic. And so I'm really, really excited. So that is who Lad is. And we'll be talking to him tomorrow. Not live, but hopefully sometime live. That'd be really cool to have someone from Zynga actually join us live. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing. Probably get all these comments about, why can't we clone? What's going on? And how come I'm crashing? And why is my co-op market not working? Speaking of co-op markets, let's see where Heather is on the board. Oh, and I had a weird glitch that came up on this as well. You see how... Oh, it's still doing it. Okay, so when you see Jennilee, when you get there, you can tell me if yours does this too. But you'll notice...
Hold on, you still have the chat window and the picture app.
Look at that. All right, let me close all this stuff.
Sorry.
All right, that's okay. So you see I have my my co-op, it'll come up for you in a second, my co-op window, but it's in behind all my other stuff. It's really confusing.
I almost sent you screenshots today because I took screenshots of that exact same problem. I also see it on my leaderboard.
Oh, really? On the leaderboard as well?
It's doing that for me as well on the leaderboard.
So Heather, it shows, is at 4 or 6 co-op points this week. So Heather, if you're listening and you've done 6, you're counting. Now, if you're not counting on when you do them, like if your personal goal is not going up, let's escape out of this. Whoops. If I go to my board where I can click it, I click my personal goal. Thanks, guys, for doing that. Oh, did you see that score? It said 1,000, didn't it? Or 1,001. Did you see the call for help today, Jennilee?
1,000. I did see it. I jumped on and did, I think, a couple of orders.
I'm not sure how much...
I'm still trying to get mine lower because they're up in the high 20s, low 30s.
Usually Ursula jumps on and freaks out and tries to get it done.
She's probably been pretty busy.
Okay, so I'm at 0 out of 20. Let's sell a bass here and let's sell some clams. So my board is counting. So Heather, I'm not sure if yours is just not counting this goal. I think you're still getting the timber and the points. I think if you are, that's exactly what was happening to Treasure. Oh, look, Heather claimed an order. All right, so that's good. Maybe she'll sell it. So I'm not sure if Heather's here. If Heather is the same Heather that's on our game, that's cool. Look at me selling all this stuff. I should probably not be selling this. That's one of the tricks to leaderboards, is to not work on Marie orders. Okay, Heather, you just completed it. Good job. I wonder if we both got points for that. I'll check. Go back in here. Yeah, it's so weird to look at the screen when it's freaking out like this. Is this just our co-op guys, or is everybody in the chat room doing this? Still says 6 for Heather. Maybe I have to restart to affect it. Anyways. Interesting. That was a slide that I was going to bring up too, but I don't have to because it actually did it on my thing. So your leaderboard, though, if I scroll through, let's check out my leaderboard and see if it does the same thing. No, mine's working. So my leaderboard's not freaking out.
Yeah, my leaderboard is doing the same thing that when you went to the co-op that you did.
Yeah, is your Marie board doing that too?
No.
And Chatters, do you have any weird glitches this week, Chatters? Anyways, maybe we should get caught up on chat.
Yes, good idea. So Frank said 3 of his smaller farms, he started the event already, and his groups are really good.
Nice. 3 of his farms. Frank.
I know.
It's like I have 1 farm and I can barely get on enough.
Right? Pretty Fit says, I just got into the top 10. Good job.
Good job.
Frank said, pro tip, when they ask you to use a boost to complete a quest, deactivating and then activating a power pin counts. I think you told us that last week too, Frank. I think that's an awesome idea. I didn't know it did that.
I'm confused. What's the trick?
So with your, you know how you get the little pages that you need to complete?
On the event? Yeah, okay, I'm on the pages.
No, wait.
What pages? Oh, you mean in the oh, you're right, in the mastery building.
No.
Oh.
The little book in the left-hand corner.
Okay, go in there. Yeah, I'm there now. In the quest book.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
When it gives you quest book. When it gives you a quest that says use a power pin, he's saying that if you already have a pin that you're using, you can deactivate it and reactivate it, and that counts as using a power pin.
I didn't hear that, or I wasn't listening last week when Frank said that, so I apologize. That was probably
awesome. I didn't know that.
That is good. That is a good tip. So what you do, what he's saying is, you go into your pin area, and I don't have anything activated. I wonder if it would work with my rewards pin, or that rainbow pin I have. But yeah, it's a good tip for sure. Then we wouldn't actually have to use a pin to get that quest to finish. Thanks, Frank.
Right. That is really awesome.
That is really, really awesome. You just saved everybody like pins like crazy, Frank.
Yep. Heather said we found a way around the cloning problem if it's one person having issues.
Oh, what is it?
I know. That's all she wrote, and then she said hi, and then I haven't seen chat since.
Okay, that's awesome. So the only way that we knew was where you let that person buy first, right? So if you have one person...
That's what I heard on our chat. I don't know if that's what she's referring to, though.
We'll have to wait and see. Heather, if you could fill us in, that would be fabulous. Okay, let's go for my 4 milk. I have my... Anne, I'm sure, has buffed both my cows. Yes, she has. Fantastic, Anne. Thank you so much. And Anne, hopefully you're on the farm, too, because in a second I'm going to claim my county fair points, and you can tell me if the county fair prize boost is going to work or not. All right, here we go, cow. Just 1 or 2.
Oh, Heather said yes.
Heather said yes. Yes, that she's in our co-op. Yes, that she's talking about letting the person clone first.
I'm thinking cloning first.
Okay, cloning first. Good. That's good too. So what she's saying is that if you have the glitch where you can't clone because Zynga has removed that ability for you to buy after other people have bought, you just need to be the first one. So in your cloning group, you just say, hey guys, I need to buy first. And then when you're cloning, the person who's calling will generally say, for you to buy, and then once you say you've bought, everybody else will buy. Cow number 2. Oh, we did it! 4 milk, 2 bonus milk, plus 2 regular milk. Thank you, cow. You're so friendly. I'm gonna feed that cow extra wheat.
Anne said you're welcome, Scott.
Nice.
Oh, and Heather said she's not in our co-op, so this is not our
Heather.
Co-op Heather.
Well, that's a good tip. So Heather wasn't here last week when we talked about that, but thank you for letting us know, because I'm sure we have new people besides Heather that may not know that tip. So thank you for letting us know.
Frank said he loves how excited you get about your extra milk.
I am so excited. That is my most favorite thing. Like, you know how long I had to do my cow mastery for, to get that? That was hard work. Can't wait till my sheep do it, because I'm gonna have my wool mastery soon. Oh, I don't have enough space in my silo. I need
to catch up on some more chat, though, too.
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
starting to lose the window.
So
Sorry,
go ahead.
Going up. Paula said, what I hear is that you have to win the cat, then upgrade it to get extra quartz in the mine.
Oh, so the regular cat on round 1 will just give you an extra hand, whereas the round 2 cat will give you the bonus. I always put these 2 guys, I'm going to show you my mine. So now what happens, I have these 2 guys. I don't have enough room in my barn. Okay, hold on, I gotta make some stuff or something here. Can I make stuff that, here we go, what's this? Goat cheese, I can't even make that. I don't have enough space. I gotta make some event items. Apricots, I don't have apricots. I need to clean my barn. I should have, here we go. All right, so how many of these can I make? Just 1? All right, I'll make 1 of these. So maybe I'll see if I can make something here too. I'll need, what gives you apricots? Is it that, here? Okay, so when I send these 2 pets into here, I get 3 quartz, 2 tin, and of course an apricot. Perfect. So if you add the cat to these guys, does it add more numbers to your, would you get 4 quartz or just still 3?
That's a good question.
I think you still only get 3, even though you have a bonus.
I would think so too, but it would be cool if it did 4.
That would be cool. Then it would be he could really concentrate on that stuff. But so yeah, I always send those 2 guys in. Oh, and I need well, not stupid. They're delicious. The granola bars. Oh no, what the heck they're called? Oh, here we go. Granola bars. So I need a bunch of wheat. Excuse me.
Frank said if Lad promotes this stream, it could get crazy in here.
It could get crazy. And I don't think Lad would promote the stream. I think we would promote the stream ourselves and say, hey, we have information from Lad, because that's typically what I think would be the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he could, and hopefully, if we can get information from him that we can share with you guys. That's the reason, like one of the biggest reasons I've done this, and I've been sending emails and sending messages. Sorry, and look, I'm waving my arms right now. Seriously, I stopped picking wheat because you made me wave my arms. I'm excited. I don't know, man.
Don't let your headset move.
I said to Lad, I think I'm dreaming. I can't believe, I don't even think this is real. I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh, it's Thursday morning. I guess what I dreamt last night. I met a lad. It's like Aladdin. He's like giving me wishes. He's a magical person, really.
Magical man.
Magical man. I'm excited. Sorry.
We have Marilyn, Mona, Vicky, Anne, Cindy, Lorraine, and probably a bunch of other people. They're all saying that their co-ops are kind of glitchy right now, too.
Glitchy as in they just don't...
Unstable, can't scroll, chat is messed up.
But we're not having that problem, Jennilee, right?
No, but like you pointed out, like when you look at the co-op people, how it goes up crazy, and then how I told you my leadership was kind of messed up too.
Right. Is Anne ready for me to claim my county fair points? I think we did this last week too.
Anne, are you ready?
I'll spin my prize wheel 3 times and see what I get. Alright, I got mixed peppers. I hate mixed peppers. Well, I mean, I like mixed peppers to eat, but I hate getting them on the prize wheel. And I hate shrimp getting a shrimp too. Those are my least favorite spins.
Marilyn said you're still only going to get 3 quarts.
Yeah, 3 quarts. That's what I heard. I heard that even if you use a bonus animal that normally gives you an extra quartz at the mine, if you put 2 together, it will still only just give you the 1. So if you don't have that animal to give you the bonus stuff, absolutely that would be crazily awesome to get the pet this week. These 2 weeks.
I agree. Anne said she's ready.
All right, so I'm gonna get rid of those things, and then I'm gonna scroll. I have 11 mixed peppers. I think I can make something with 11 mixed peppers.
What do you need 86 milk for?
Because you have to have the milk. You just
Scott,
need
you're
it.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna make some butter. Here we go. We're gonna cook up some butter. Do I need butter for the event? I'm making 3.
Make a whole bunch of butter.
I only have. Okay, I'll pick my. Now I picked the thing. Now I don't have.
There's one event item that needs butter. I forget which one.
Oh, now you tell me. Okay, but I think I have enough. What the heck was I thinking? Oh yes, mixed peppers. Oh, I need crabs. That's what no, what was I gonna do? Was it this one?
You're very scatterbrained right now.
I swear I had crabs to make some Cajun crab, but now I need 8 of them. Well, let's do the crabs. You can remind me later that in like 10 minutes from now to do my crabs and make my Cajun crab. Anyways, what was I doing?
Robin
I totally
says
forgot.
hi everyone. Robin's joined us.
Hello.
Did you hear me? Did you move?
I didn't move. I'm holding my cord really, really still so I can hear you.
Okay. Robin said hi, everyone.
Hi, Robin. So much thanks. It's so nice to see you tonight. Hopefully she's heard the news, or maybe she didn't, but we'll tell it again in a few minutes once more watchers come.
Anne said she's still ready, Scott.
Oh, yeah, she's still ready, Scott. Okay, here we go. So what am I doing? Oh, yes, county fair points. See, I did get distracted, Jennilee, and you didn't even remember that I was supposed to do county.
Sorry.
That's okay. I probably placed like last because I don't think I had any chance to do much of anything, so I probably placed dead last anyways. I don't even think I'm going to get a prize. He's probably going to take the wagon and not come back. Because he's pretty sad. Oh no, I go down. See, I knew it. Platinum 2 I'm at now, but I did get 8th place rewards and a free boost. 540 experience points.
I think I've gone all the way down to the first platinum one. I went down this week too.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I heard another tip about experience points. You know how when you do Eddie, you get tickets? Or it's stamps, right?
Yes, the stamps. You have 183 stamps.
I have 183 stamps, but I heard, because sometimes you get a gold or a silver or a bronze, right? Mm-hmm. But I guess if you you could add up the experience numbers. I was reading this on a forum today from one of the sites, and someone posted that if you add up the experience numbers and they add to a certain amount, you get like a gold, silver, or bronze. Like there's a mathematical equation for it.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Maybe Anne should check it out. She's always likes to do that. But
it's because she's super smart.
She's super smart. Yes, she is. So why is it blinking again? Oh, there we go. Look, I'm in second place with 0 points, or 86 points. So see, this is interesting because I just started my county fair, and it put me in a brand new group with brand new people. It didn't put me in with an already populated group. So I'm second with 86 points. It's interesting. I'm not sure how sometimes it puts you with, you know, sometimes you get put in a group and everybody's got high numbers, and other times it doesn't. I wonder if it's when you log into Farmville. Because I logged into Farmville I hadn't logged in for about a day, and I logged in about an hour before the live stream and then logged out. So I wonder if that's when it does it, like when you actually log in. Uh-oh, I moved my cord. Oh dear. I can hear you now, though.
I told you were not allowed to.
Well, it slipped out of my fingers. I have a brand new cord coming. I ordered it on somewhere, and it's going to be coming this week. I can hear you now, though.
Frank says you're going to corner the milk market.
I am going to corner the milk market, and watch how fast it sells. I'll put like 1 milk on my market stand. Milk starts with M, right? Is it cow milk, or does it start with C or M? Oh dear, it's cow milk, isn't it? It's a C. They should not do that. They should be like.
Why did you pass it?
Well, I guess you couldn't say because you're like.
No.
I'm like scrolling everywhere looking for cow milk. There it is. Okay, we're gonna do 1 cow milk. Let's put it real cheap. 13. So. Let's see how long that takes before it sells. It'll sell like really fast. Somebody will be like.
Being in the past, I just watched you pass it like 2-3 times.
I know you did. I was scrolling. I was scrolling. I'm so excited. I'm surprised I'm even able to play this game right now. Hey, look, I've got like eclairs. Oh, I love eclairs. Do you like eclairs?
I'm not a big sweet fan.
But they have whipped cream in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not a big sweet fan.
Crazy.
Cindy says, yes, I sent it to you, Scott. You have it in your messenger.
What did she send me?
I don't know.
What was she talking about? I should check my messenger. Oh, wait. And I was going to check my messenger and show you that photo as well.
Pretty Fit says, eclairs are yummy.
Oh, they're so yummy. Eclairs are delicious. Okay, so
you need to check and see what Cindy sent you in your messenger.
All right, it's checking it. Oh, she sent me... What did she send me? Yes, she did send me. This is not my messenger, though. This is somebody else's messenger. This is my live stream messenger. So hold on. Let me go to the right Facebook group here. That's not it either. You know when you have 15,000 windows open, you can catch up on chat while I'm struggling.
I'm all caught up on chat.
Okay, chatters, you got to start talking because I'm trying to look for things. I'm trying to multitask here. Okay, here we go. All right.
Anne says eclairs are delicious.
Cindy. Okay, she sent me a picture that we were going to talk about. Was it the bingo event? Oh wait, what did she send here? This is her fare that she got stuck with. Cindy got.
And did you try one that was on the event? She said I had one. You had a eclair. Did you have one of the event's eclairs? Are they good? Are they with apricot?
Here it is, Cindy. I found it. Jenny, we were both talking and I wasn't even listening. Okay, so Megan sent me this, which I think came through Cindy. I don't even know. Let me just check. Am I on Megan's messaging or Cindy's messaging? This is Cindy. So. Yes, so Megan posted this. To determine which Eddie stamp, add the XP of the item he asks you for. If your totals are between 100 and 300, you get a bronze. 300 and 400, you get a silver. And a 401 or more, you get gold. And I don't know if that's 100% true because I don't hardly get any experience. And I know I've gotten other stamps besides that. So I don't know if it's true. I know that Megan also posted this in a few other groups. Because I'm in a few other groups and I saw this in another group she posted in. Anyways.
Now I'm going to try to figure it out when I use my Eddie pin next.
Indeed. Uh-oh. Okay. What if I click OK here? Are you still with me?
Yes, but I don't know what you're clicking.
I know, because you know the box that pops up when you phone me? And then it gives you that button that says you're a part of a group call, and then you have to click it to go back to Facebook?
Oh, I don't do it for my computer.
Oh, well, that's what happened, and so I'm like, I thought I was going to lose you when I clicked it. But I never did.
No, Anne said she had an eclair in Paris, and it was delicious.
In Paris? Why didn't she just go to, like, Tim Hortons?
She was probably already in Paris. She probably didn't go to Paris for the eclairs.
Do you have Tim Hortons in the States, Jennilee?
I don't know who Tim Horton is.
Okay, that's hilarious. Say that again.
I don't know who Tim Horton is.
Indeed, that's the best. Us Canadians are just like laughing right now. Anna's probably on the floor rolling around right now. Frank is probably rolling around too.
Marilyn said she counted the XPs on Eddie and that it was not correct for her.
Yeah, so I don't know how accurate it is. Obviously, maybe that's for her level that it does that. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we're gonna load Lad's picture up on the screen here, and it's probably gonna be really big. But I have to. Here we go. Okay, browse. put it on my desktop.
Heather says she has a little bit of everything for the event. That's awesome. I need to start doing that.
Yeah, you need to stockpile the good stuff. Okay, here we go. You should be able to see Lad. This is on his way home from work from Zynga today on the bus to prove to me that he is who he said he is, and he even had a slots shirt on. Can you see him, Jennilee?
Yes, I see him.
So that is Lad. And if we bring up the other picture I had of Lad, which is this one, and there is a certain resemblance. I think there's the same glasses, actually. What do you think?
I'm waiting for it to come up.
Oh, okay. Chatters, what do you think?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Totally, right? Except he doesn't have the white stuff on his hair anymore. Maybe it was wintertime and it snowed.
Or a seasonal thing. People do different things, different seasons.
I wonder if Lad's freaking out because we're talking about him right now.
I can't believe you got him to send you a selfie.
I know, isn't that cool? I was like, you know what? At first I asked for a Zynga ID. I was like, can you message me your ID? Because I had another person impersonate a Zynga employee before and say they were going to email the stuff to... they were going to put me in contact with somebody and da-da-da-da-da, and then of course never did. And I was like, so sad.
Aww.
So when I first started getting messages, I was skeptical, right? Because I was like... Are you sure you are who you say you are? Because I've emailed, I know I messaged the Amanda from the VIP with no response, but who knows how long if she checks her messenger. So then I'm asking Lad. I said, so do you look at your messenger during work? And he's like, all the time. I'm like, sweet. So it's like, because sometimes you messenger people and they only look at it at night, right?
Right.
So I'm like, sweet. But I told him I wasn't going to be that kind of annoying fan. So I have to be careful with what I post or what I ask. Otherwise, Lad will go away.
Oh, Heather says that it could have been a bird that caused his hair to change color.
But might have been a bird. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
I guess my wife was in Disneyland and a bird crapped on them in line.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. So what do? Do you like leave the line that you've been standing in for half an hour to like go clean it off? Probably, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
That'd be cool if our barn animals, we had to clean up after them, or would that be not cool?
No, it would not be cool.
That wouldn't be fun?
Anne says she thinks the Eddie stamps are random. That's what I always thought too.
That's true. Maybe there's a method though, and what you need to do is you need to investigate. You need to like, okay, I'm going to add up the numbers. If they add up like an even number or an odd number, then you'll know.
We should get Anne a detective hat.
We should.
Yes.
She's our official... Anne is the official... I don't know. Our IT investigation person.
I like it.
Well, you haven't had that job yet, so maybe she'll get that job after you get that job.
I don't know. IT, I'll let Anne do that.
Oh yeah, IT. Did anybody say anything about Tim Hortons? I'm just wondering.
Yes, so hold on. Anne said eclairs at Tim's, ? And then Frank said sour cream glazed Timbits for the win.
Timbits. You know what a Timbit is, Jennilee?
No.
You have no idea. That's funny. I mean, Tim Hortons is like it's like the Starbucks of Canada.
Okay.
And I think there's a few Tim Hortons coming, like, invading into the States.
Oh.
Although...
Do you have Starbucks in Canada?
We do.
Oh.
Yes. So that's why when I said, you know what, obviously I knew you knew what Starbucks was because it's like global, right? Mm-hmm. So I knew you, but so it's like the most majorist Canadian coffee chain. There's like one everywhere. Like you can't go 5 minutes without running into the Tim Hortons. Mm. Yeah. It's very good. It's like I think they put crack cocaine in their coffee or something. That's what they say. And they put like oxygen in their air filters to keep you alert and drinking coffee or something.
Chantel says she always stops at the first Tim's she sees when entering Canada. And she says she's hooked on Timbits.
Yes, so Timbits are like the inside of the donuts, Jennilee. Mm. This is where you come to Farmville, people, to learn all about donuts and Tim Hortons and Starbucks. What's your favorite?
Paula says there's some Tim Hortons in the States.
Yes, there is. That's why I kind of found it funny that you didn't know what it was, but you're way in, like, you're in the Mexican area of the US, right? You're in New Mexico. So it takes a while for like the horses to carry the Canadians to you.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
And it'll be even worse now because of all the tariffs that Canadians and Americans have opposed on each other. I wonder if that's going to affect Farmville. Like, I wonder if my milk's going to have tax now. Like, am I going to have extra tariffs when I go to sell? Oh, look, my milk sow sold. Hey, Kate, you know how it shows me the photo of the next person, the person that bought my milk? You'll see it in a second. Mm-hmm. You see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy's bald, right? Yes. Let's put another one up, and let's try to figure out what the next person's going to be, man or woman. Probably a woman, because 99% of the people that play. But if it's guy, then you know that the guys are into the milk. Oops.
Before I forget, there's a chat that I was waiting till we stopped talking about Tim Hortons, but there's a lot of Tim Hortons.
I told you there'd be a lot of Tim Hortons stuff.
Marilyn says that Lad is her VIP rep.
Nice. Marilyn just exposed herself.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. So Marilyn is a VIP, so that's cool. And Vlad is her rep. So I will be talking to him tomorrow. I know that Marilyn has tried to talk to him, and I don't think had any success, but he seems pretty eager. So hopefully we can find out some stuff, Marilyn, and we can figure out what's going on with things. But I don't think I'm a VIP. I think I'm just a fan that he wants to talk to. But Marilyn's a VIP. So you were trying to guess the VIP last week. Remember, Jennilee?
Yes, I was.
But
I thought I had it too.
Marilyn's not in our co-op though, so that's kind of well, you wouldn't have guessed her because you would have no idea. I mean, there could be other VIPs in our channel room listening too. I would recommend not telling everybody to the world that you're a VIP unless you want to get a lot of messages potentially. But anyways, so you can just forget that. We'll rewind that. No, bleep, bleep, bleep. We're gonna just rewind everything. Okay, now nobody heard nothing. Yeah, go. Keep reading.
Good job.
Good job. You totally forgot what I was talking about, didn't you?
Yeah. Anne says that the Tim Hortons headquarters is in her town.
So that would be Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all the deliciousness comes from. So they may not make eclairs. I guess they probably don't. But they make Bismarcks. You know, the stuff like, or not Bismarcks, but yeah, like Boston cream. The stuff with the goo inside, the donut with the yummy center.
Okay.
You like those? They're like eclairs, but they're like deliciousness, like vanilla or something.
My daughter's obsessed with donuts. I'm not. I have to be in the mood for a donut.
You're like lying. You eat all this junk food. You're just telling everybody that you're healthy.
No, I'm just no. I'm definitely not healthy, but I'm I'm not a big sweets fan.
I see. Gotcha.
And then I was going to try to Google, but I'm not having any luck. Chantel says she thinks that Tim Hortons originated in the United States.
Interesting. And I thought it was one of our prime ministers.
I was trying to Google it. I'm still waiting.
Our Prime Minister Tim Horton. Anyways,
I found it. It said 1964, a National Hockey League legend, Tim Horton, opens the first store in Hamilton.
Hamilton is in Ontario.
I believe you, because it just says Hamilton.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like...
So there we go. Well, the first one opened in Canada. Yeah, it's if you're a Canadian, you know Tim Hortons. In fact, if you know how sometimes you go to a lot of Canadians when they go to the States, they say they're from Canada, and a lot of Americans go, "Oh, I know someone from Canada, Joe, right?" And then you're like, "Do you know them?" Because they think Canada is really small, which it is compared to population-wise to the States. But you can say that the next time someone asks, you can say, "Hey, do you know Tim Horton?" That'll be a great conversation, Jennilee.
I'll try that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny to Canadians because we all love Tim Hortons. Drive-through.
Oh, and Anne said Oakville. Tim started in Hamilton. Here I was on a different page, and she was already telling me the information.
She knows
You're
everything.
So smart, Anne.
You know how you're 10 seconds behind, Jennilee? Anne is 10 seconds in the future.
I know.
She knows
you're right.
She knows what's going to happen on Farmville before it happens. See, she knows when I pick this cow if I'll get double cow or not, double milk. No, I only got one, but she knew.
Frank said Tim Horton was killed when a car hit a bridge coming back from a game in Buffalo.
Oh dear.
I was just seeing the next one said that he died, but I didn't read it.
And I didn't know that. So I guess he wasn't a prime minister.
No.
No. Oh well. I knew he wasn't a prime minister. I was messing with us Canadians.
Poor Tim. So if I did ask people if they knew Tim Horton, they would think I was crazy. If they
Yeah, or no, if you said you know Tim Horton, like you know him, he's your family relative or something, that just blow Canadians away.
I'll try that.
Or if you're wanting the person to say yes, they know him, then you can say, oh, I know someone in Canada, Tim Horton. Do you know who Tim Horton is? They'll laugh like immediately. It'll be funny, but. Anyways,
I have to ask Frank a question. Frank, what is a Clover machine brewed coffee at Starbucks? He says it's the best. I have never heard of a Clover machine brewed coffee.
I think they're different. I think Starbucks in Canada and the US have different. Like, do you go to Starbucks, Jennilee?
Occasionally.
Forgot your name for a second there. So, what do they call the large? Like a venti or something, or a?
I don't do the sizes. I just say, give me this in the biggest size you got.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Because most likely I'll just pronounce it wrong and you'll look like an idiot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or else I'll be like, point to somebody else's drink. Can I get one of those? Yeah, you don't want to look stupid when you go in there. Because it's like everything's so sophisticated. Like, everything's all like, whatever. I'm like church coffee kind of guy. I'll drink anything.
Yeah, I make my own coffee pretty much every morning. And I make like a 12 pot and I drink it all day.
Nice. And it keeps you up and motivated.
Oh, he says it's like a inverted French press.
Huh.
I wonder if they have that here. I'll have to go look.
And there's no French people in the United States. What am I doing? I can't even remember what guys I want to put in here. I'm so distracted. It's all Lad's fault. It's freaking me out. All right, there we go.
I think Chantel's Googling too. She says Tim Hortons system presently consists of more than 850 restaurants in the U.S.
In the
located
U.S.?
primarily in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, New York, West Virginia. Yeah, so nowhere near me.
Yeah.
The northeastern region.
There you go. So it's coming. Get ready, Jennilee.
Yeah.
It's gonna roll through, and you're gonna then you'll know. Like maybe by the next live stream, you'll have them on every corner.
We'll see about that.
In fact, they should do a Farmville Tim Hortons. There should be like a little Tim stand, or you could do Starbucks, I guess, because it's more globally recognized. But that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Like if Tim's partnered up with Farmville and they like brought in like well, I say Tim's, but does Starbucks sell donuts? No, they don't. Just coffee, pretty much, muffins and sandwiches and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, a bunch of people have said in our co-op too, like when we posted that one time, when do you primarily play?
Right.
It's usually when people are just waking up in the morning and they sit with their cup of coffee, so that would be a good thing to tie together.
That's true. That would totally be.
Yeah.
So we didn't have any predictions on the next milk purchaser, but it's a lady from the US of A. And I can't quite read what it says on her picture, but it says stand something.
It's probably something to do with yesterday being the 4th of July.
But there's a cross. It looks like a crucifix on there too.
I don't know.
Stand, kneel, or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so let's play again. All right, so we're going to sell another milk, everybody. We want to know man or woman. Maybe want to know, I don't know, what should we ask? What's the prediction? Anne probably knows this already because she's from the future.
It's going to be a picture of...
A cat.
A cat.
Yes. No, okay, you say a cat, then I'll say something else. I'll say...
I was already thinking cat.
What about a baby then? What about a baby? I think a baby then.
A baby.
All right, chat room. Picture of a lady, a man. Although sometimes women's profile pictures have men on them, right? Like you posted one with your husband once or twice, or your whole family actually.
Yeah, usually they're the whole family.
Yeah. Okay, so while we wait for that to sell, what should we talk about? I think I might have one more slide here. Oh yes, we have another major news of not major. Well, I'm going to play it anyways. Looking at major news. Wow. Okay, so another bit of major news. Bingo. I saw this slide on the Farmville official page, and I was like, yay! It says, howdy farmers, we can't wait to share this awesome news as you've been waiting to have it back. Tour de Farm will be upcoming, and brace yourself for the return of a bingo event. So, the next slide I bring up is the post about the bingo event. So I imagine it's going to happen either next Wednesday or when the next event starts. But remember, we've talked about bingo before, Jennilee, right?
Yes, everyone seemed really excited. Like they said that it was a fun event. So
Yeah, so from the screenshot I have, it looks like you complete 4 in a row. Like probably you have to make things and then sell them or whatever, and then you get a prize for that row. At least that's what I'm thinking. I think I've played it once. I can't honestly remember. But everybody's super excited, and we don't know if it's in response to people listening to us or if it's like not us specifically, but you know, people on Facebook and whatever else whining or not whining, but asking for it, right?
Right.
So that is major. We'll know next week during the live stream. We'll be able to be like, bingo's so awesome. I won like $15 and a new fur coat. Can you win fur coats at bingo? Probably just money, right? Do you ever play bingo?
It's been a long time since I played bingo.
I played when like I was little, or maybe not little,
Yeah.
but like younger, like 20-ish or something. We used to go to bingo just for kicks.
I was a kid. I won a bike. That was like the coolest thing I ever won.
You won a bike at bingo?
Uh-huh.
That is sweet.
Yes, it was super exciting.
Was it like one of the old people bikes with like the 2 wheels on the back and the big trike? Or was it
No,
like
it was a 10-speed bike, and I was 7 years old, and it was just the coolest darn thing I ever thought I was going to get.
crazy? That's cool. So I wonder what we're going to have for prizes on the Farmville bingo event. I got to put some guys around here. Wait, did I ask for my helping hand? I did. Yes, Heather gave me a helping hand. I have a very short memory. I'm going to put some people away because if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget. And then, yeah, I'll put Marvelous Mom in the boat. Let's
Paula says bingo is fun, 4 in a row or 2 rows or 3 rows, and Vicky says maybe they wanted to distract us from all the glitches with bringing back bingo.
That's true. They could be distracting us. I don't know. And hopefully it works. But, and I don't know, like you couldn't find a lot of crash reports, right?
No,
I'm wondering, let's go. I'm going to go to the page while we're doing this. Let's just go. Whoops, that's the wrong. Which button? Here we go. This one. I have it open here, and I have the. Okay, here's the forums, and if I sign in with Facebook, continue as me. Okay, so if I click on Country Escape and I click on Recent Discussions, let's see what people are talking about. Hear ye, welcome thee, Lady Gina is real. Now, this is from Knows Wheat. You know who Knows Wheat is?
no.
Knows Wheat is one of the major moderators. Oh, and he's showing. Here we go. Can you see the little webpage come up on the screen, Jennilee?
Yes,
Okay,
I see
good.
it.
Whoa, she looks like interesting. We've just picked our first night. Congratulations to 10 free keys and our custom bingo art featuring you as a knight. Crazy. So there was like a contest that they just ran, and somebody won 10 free keys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I didn't see that anywhere, but I wasn't really looking at stuff lately. Stuck on Grandma's Glade tutorial. What's that about? So here's a crashing. Troubleshooting. Oh, I don't know what the problem is. Oh, my game is freezing at Grandma's Glade. I tried to force close the game and restart, but every time it goes right back to Grandma's Glade, then the screen freezes again. So there's a Grandma's Glade clashing. Clashing. I said clashing. My English is not working.
It's broken.
Report cheaters. We found some players violating the terms of service by using unauthorized methods to gain keys or modify the scores. We request you discontinue these actions immediately to avoid being penalized. If you do come across the players you think may be cheaters, please help us and contact support. We thank you for understanding and continue to strive the game, making it fun, safe, and fair. There's no comments on that one, but that was posted midnight last night by a super moderator named the Sun Summoner.
I like that they're asking you to report cheaters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff on the forums. Let's see. Why am I seeing blank icons and faded font stats on my game screen? Hey, is this the... No. Is this what I was having? No. Anyways. There's not a lot of comments and discussions. My co-op store is only showing a couple of people for me. That's a common problem, right, lately?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but there's no answer. Some user just is having problems. But they may have restricted, like, some people have hundreds of friends, right? And then it takes forever to load their markets down, so maybe they've put a limit on showing the number of friends. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, that's enough of that. So you're right, not much in the forums for chatting. Oh, let's check the oops. This is where I thought I was going to lose you again. Here we go. That's not it. Here we go. FarmVille2. Let's read through here for a second.
Real quick. So Frank says, when I was a kid, we used to sit outside a bingo hall and shout bingo through the window.
Nice. That's funny.
And then Heather says she was 21 and got drunk and went to play bingo. And she must have won because when she woke up the next morning, she had more money than she had before.
She must have won. Or something terribly bad happened to you that you don't remember and you ended up with extra money.
Right.
We won't go there, though.
Peace Lily, which I don't think I've seen that name before. Hello, Peace Lily.
Hi, Peace Lily. Lily, thanks for joining us.
This person says, we had a Rainer join our co-op this week. Is this a glitch or a hack? Does anyone know?
Rainer. So we have Rainers in our group, in our chat room. Lorray comes from a raining group, because no one really comes from a raining group. But Rainers typically provide help to people who need stuff. So, for example, you need event items, and so you'll go to a rain group and you'll post, I need apricots. And another person on the group who has apricots will post them in global, and you friend them, and then they show up for you. So typically that's what a raining group is. Now, some people in raining groups have unlimited modified barns, which is against the terms and conditions, and we don't recommend you do that. But some people have large unlimited barns. You do through hack programs. They have hacked their barn to give themselves bigger barns, and then also unlimited items using hack programs as well. So some rainers like helping other players, so they do this to one of their barns, or a test barn, or whatever, their own barn. And then when you ask for stuff, they buy all of their slots, and they post like millions of, well, not millions, but like 8 slots of apricots for you to buy, right, Jennilee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and I mean, you don't know that they're hacking their account to do this, but if they're buying all 8 slots, typically they have a lot of extra keys, and who knows why. Maybe they're legitimate players. We don't really question it. We welcome everybody on our live stream, and we just recommend, Jennilee and I, that no one hacks their account. Or if you do join a rain group and they ask you to be a helper, you can help without, some groups you can help without modifying your barn, but some rain groups make you modify your barn, which means they take your Facebook passwords and log into your farm and then make a modification. And for the most part, you know, everybody I know that's done this, that I've talked to on this live stream, as well as anybody on our other pages, I haven't heard of anybody being removed or deleted. But that again, the helpers don't usually write support with issues. They just kind of, if they have an issue, they don't say anything or whatever. So, because if Zynga finds out that you've done anything to your barn, they could take action, and that's bad. So, if you join a rain group and they ask you to be a helper, if it doesn't involve hacking your barn, go by all means help. If it involves hacking your barn, you want to really think about before you do that. Right?
I think you did a good job explaining.
I hope so. Anyways, what are we looking at here? So we're at the FarmVille2 page, and they posted this. Let me scroll down through here's one for Country Escape. This was yesterday, 122 comments. Let's see what's up. So there's some people reporting some cheaters, and I have a few more comments. Global cheaterboard event. Huh, they called it a cheaterboard event. This lady says, oh dear, another global cheaterboard event.
Bum, bum, bum.
Have you heard of that cheaterboard event before?
No, but it makes sense.
So chat room, do you have people with millions of points in your leaderboard? So I'll go to my leaderboard really quick. We'll see what's up with our list of people here. And you can see that Vicky, who's got brackets around her name, is at 4,178 points. Does anybody in the room have 21,864,591 points? Like the typical cheating amount. Let's see if we can find a picture of that. Oh, I hear somebody. Or did you just go back in time?
Nope.
We have another guest host. Everybody, please say hello.
Yes.
Awesome.
She's coloring.
Nice. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I found a picture. Let me just make sure everybody can see it. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. So you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, people, there is Anita with brackets around her name with 21,400,000 478,836,047. I think I did one off. I just think it's actually 2 billion. But anyways, if you have these people have used a hack program on their farm to change their number to that number to be first and second. I would really find it cool if using a hack program, you could hack these people's scores down again. Wouldn't that be neat? And then there'd be hackers against hackers.
Hackers against hackers. I like that.
That'd be cool. So does anybody in chat room have players that have these scores? Now, you'll also notice that Victor A, Jessica J, and Deco and Sheila V have very high scores. And some of these players would have an unlimited barn with unlimited resources to make those scores, to buy the extra boosts, and to go up, up, and up, and up. So I found from talking to people that end up with big scores, like 88,000 points or 200,000 points, usually get placed in the next bracket. And that's a question that I want to ask Zynga, is how that's determined. Because I think that would be really good to know. And then we could tell people, listen, if you don't want to be stuck with these people, don't play 24/7 and don't hack your barn and don't do all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That would be awesome to know.
Okay, so it's 9 p.m. How you doing on time, Jennilee?
I think the little one might need me. So
a couple more minutes and then we're wrapping it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So, did we get through everything in chat?
No. So Cindy said we had people show up in our co-op also, and they are not part of our co-op.
Oh, like random people that just show up in your list. Let's check ours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Still glitched
Peace
out.
also said thank you for the explanation, Scott. Never heard of it before about
the rainer.
rain.
Well, thank you for asking. And this is another reason why we do this live stream, is so that we can help people who play Farmville understand it better. Awesome. No, we have no weird people in our farm, Jennilee.
Good.
Well, we have lots of weird people in our farm, but we have no weird, unusual activity people in our farm.
Paula says she has
Hello?
a person on her leader. Can you hear me?
Okay, so my headphone just made noise, so I know that my connection's good.
Are we good?
Yes, everybody heard that too. Jennilee, are you here?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I can hear you a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
It's not my headphones because I can hear my own sound going. I hear you breathing.
Can you hear me now?
I do hear you now.
Okay.
Did Katie chew on your cords?
I have no cords right now, and Katie is not in the room anymore.
Sounds like Katie chewed on your cords because I can't hear you. It's not my cord, I swear. Let me play another sound. Let me see.
I don't have a cord. I'm just on my phone.
It's your phone?
No, I don't have any cords. I'm only on my phone.
Oh, is she chewing on your phone? Like Karen's baby used to eat her mom's phone.
No, Katie's no longer in the room.
Oh, she's no longer there. Well, I can hear you now anyways.
Okay, good.
So Katie's left the room?
For the moment, yes.
Are you up the stairs? Do you need to check so she doesn't roll down the stairs?
No, her dad walked off with her.
All my kids rolled down the stairs when they were little. We used to call it the green bumpy bang bang.
Oh, that makes sense. I like it.
And they all took tumbles down the stairs. It was very traumatic for everybody.
Yes, Katie's tried a few times. It's pretty terrifying.
It is pretty terrifying. That's all I heard, actually, is it's pretty terrifying. I'm holding my cord so still. Okay, I think I hear you. I hear something. I hear you, like, chewing on something.
No.
Okay, you're not chewing on something? All right,
No.
Keep reading the chat, because it's, like, 9:04.
A lot of people are saying that they're seeing people with lots of points on their leaderboards.
A lot of points. So, okay, so is that, like, 2,425,000,000? Let's go back to that.
Frank said I once had 8 people with 2.1 billion points.
Yeah, so I've seen that too, where a whole board is filled with that. And I don't think Frank has a modified barn. I don't think Frank scores particularly high all the time either. So that's interesting. But it's something I definitely want to know. I'm going to have to write a whole list of questions. Busy. How many watchers are we at?
17.
17 people. So for those of you who are new, welcome. Who didn't hear the news that I was contacted today by an employee of Zynga who wants to phone me tomorrow to talk about our live stream and how fascinating it is. So that is the awesome news we had today. And if you guys want to message me anything about questions or what you think I should ask or whatever, just super do that, please. You can find me on Facebook.
Frank said you're right. No modified barn for him.
No modified barn for him. Now, I heard you say no modified barn for him, so anyways, we're just about finished, so it won't matter anyways. It might have been my cord, but I don't think so.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh.
It's okay. So you said something about a modified barn for him. Frank said no. You said no, Frank. You said Frank does not have a modified barn.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Anything else in chat?
Some talk about cloning. Robin said, when did cloning stop? We can still clone in our group. And then Peace Lily said, some in our co-op lost ability to clone. We do 30-second delay before buying for them.
Yeah, you could do a 30-second delay, or the person that has the problem could just buy it and then tell them that they've bought it. So some co-ops have a couple people in them, and our co-op, I think, has 2 or 3, right, Jennilee? That can't clone.
2? I think there's 2.
There's 2, so they get the message that it says the item is sold out. Let's check out who bought our milk. We have a girl with long hair.
It's not a cat.
It's not a cat. Oh, we did get bonus money though, because I do have bonus when I sell milk. I'm gonna put one more up while we're saying goodbye.
Oh, Anne says it's 3 or 4 that can't clone.
Oh, okay. So I don't think it's gone up though. I think everybody just determined it. Well, I guess that's a good question to ask Zynga. How they determined that. Hopefully they don't get annoyed with all of our little questions, but we definitely want to know some things, right?
Maybe it's like the way that they're rolling out the boat races. They're rolling out who's going to stop cloning before they do it to everybody.
Yeah, that's true. I hope not, though, because I think that it would be an unwise decision for them to do that.
I concur.
I think a better thing to do would be to talk to the players and find out what would encourage them to spend money on the game. Because if you ask every single person that watches this live stream, or every single person that plays Farmville, they will tell you what they would spend money on. So for example, I would spend money on an inexpensive farmhand, or buying keys to buy an inexpensive farmhand. So if an awesome sale came up, let's check our sale here. Let's say we had one of these vendor Victor. Is it Victor? That's a French name. These French names are screwing me up. Like for say 150 keys, like you're gonna want to buy that, and that's affordable because you can buy 150 keys for how much money does it cost for 150 keys? $4.99 for a box of keys. So,
but that's a limited time.
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. If they want to know though, like, why don't you spend money on Farmville? Like if that's the question they ask me, I'm gonna say because things aren't reasonably priced. Right? I won't spend $5 on a limited farmhand for a temporary farmhand, but I would spend $5 potentially on a permanent farmhand.
Right.
So there's a difference in everybody's going to have a different value. Like I don't have a lot of extra money in my pocket, so it's going to take a little bit better deal for me to spend my money on a farmhand, right?
Right.
Or what about
Heather
cloning?
says she buys keys every month.
Yeah, so some people do because it does give them an advantage. But I bet you Heather doesn't frivolously spend her keys on finishing the event. So, for example, Heather's not going to spend... let's check this. What just the heck just happened? Where's my event here? So this event doesn't have it. Like, here we go. Complete for 55 keys. I'm sure Heather's not spending keys to make, like, what the heck is that? A Frigger, a Fran Gappy Tart? What does that say, Jennilee?
It hasn't popped up for me yet.
Fran Gipani Tart. Oh, seriously, what's this one called? A marinara pizza. That was like at least partially English. Trifle, apricot trifle. What is that? A Fran Gip... Okay, keep disappearing for me. I have to keep clicking on it. Anyways, you know what I mean? Heather's not going to be spending like 55 keys to finish that. She's going to be using the keys to speed up things that she needs. Like if she wants the lemons, she might spend, 8 keys is kind of expensive, but you know what I mean? Like oops, I just can't believe I spent a bonus thingy, but I have lots of them. Anyways.
I don't know. Heather says she needs to go to rehab because she spends $150 a month.
$150 a month. Yeah, she needs to talk to your counseling group, Jennilee.
Yes. I'll get in contact with you, Heather.
So she should probably be a VIP for spending that kind of money. I don't know, because I think if you spend money, you're automatically a VIP if you hit a certain amount, and maybe she's a VIP too. But anyway, I
think Anne would know how to pronounce all that stuff because she said for Victor, she says Victor.
Yeah.
Victor. And then she said, "I wish I could talk."
I wish she could speak. Well, she should be on our stream one time. Apricot salad. I'm trying to find another one of these French names. But they need all these French dishes for the Tour de France. Here's a berry mouli oh my gosh. A berry mill with an E on the end. So it would be like millie. And then a fils. Can you read that?
Don't you guys in Canada know how to speak French?
See, that's another myth. That's like Tim Hortons. A lot of Canadians do speak French, but it's mostly just in Quebec that they speak French, like everywhere.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I didn't learn any French. I'm not learned in French. Anyways.
I think everybody that's watching knows that.
There you go. Are you good for time now, or are you wanting to still kind of wrap up?
I think we should wrap up.
Okay, so wrap people in the chatty room. Say your goodbyes to Jennilee and me. That kind of rhymed too. Tonight we did like 3 rhymes. It's all Frank's fault.
And I know what that means. She says un petit peu, so she only knows a little bit.
Ah. Well,
I know what that means.
Frank said bonjour today, and I know Sesame Street French, like the French that you learn on Sesame. You got Sesame Street in the States, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they do French on Sesame Street, right?
Yes.
See, is Sesame Street Canadian? Probably is.
No, Sesame Street's not Canadian.
Really? It seems Canadian. It seems like quality Canadian TV broadcasting.
My mom watched Sesame Street when she grew up too, and she said she learned a lot of English watching Sesame Street.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was my favorite. That little ball that rolled around. That was epic. That was a good old time.
Okay, so we have lots of people saying good night. We have a good night from Mona.
Good night, Mona. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight.
Yes, thank you. Good night from Robin.
Did you say another name? I think I moved my cord.
Yes, a good night from Robin.
Good night, Robin.
A good night from Anne. She said au revoir and adieu.
All right, this is our French-Canadian episode tonight with Tim Hortons and au revoirs and bonjours and au volet la portes.
Yes, what you said. And then Vicky and Paula, Heather and Peace Lily, Frank and Anne. Anne says CBC added French to Sesame Street. She knows everything.
She is like so smart.
Jean says good night.
Good night,
Frank
Jean.
said good night again.
Good night
and
again,
Chantal.
Frank. A double good night from Frank.
Yes, good night, everybody.
Good night.
I love it.
That's cool. And do you have any goodbyes or any thoughts? So
just goodbye.
So what are we gonna do?
night.
Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to hold out to the next week. Like, if I talk to Zynga tomorrow and it's all epicness, what am I gonna do? Are we gonna like stream next week early or what?
We could totally do another surprise one in the middle of the day sometime.
We can't surprise it though because it'd be too much crazy and awesome news.
But you can put it out like an hour in advance, so it's like a surprise, but not too much.
So we'd screw Frank because Frank would not be able to handle that.
Poor Frank.
I don't know. I think if we decide to do it, we'll have to like give we'll have to post it in the morning and then do it at night again.
We could do that.
If it's epic. If it's just like, if nothing happens, then we'll wait till next week. But if it's like there's epic information, because I don't know if I'll be able to hold it in from anybody. I'm just going to be like burst. We're still waiting to dream up, actually. Anyways. So is that your goodbye? Did you say goodbye?
I was starting to, but you're good. I said goodbye and good night, and I'm glad everybody got to join us, and I am ready to see what kind of exciting news we're going to get that we can report next week.
That will be so awesome. Great. So with that was your goodbye, right?
Yes.
Because I don't want to cut you off. I wouldn't want to
No,
be like...
I want to hear your goodbye.
Oh, well, my goodbye is always the same. I end it always exactly the same way. I say, thank you for joining us, everybody. Maybe I don't say that. And I certainly don't say that. So maybe I don't say it the same way every time. But anyways, we're going to end it tonight, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending your Farmville hour and a bit with us. And God bless. Good night. And we'll see you next week or tomorrow or whenever we do it next. Bye, guys.
Bye.